get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford
Can't afford a theocracy. Fuck no, man. We want democracy. That's what we're in this shit for. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. Hell, we're kicking in the butt, baby. I'm feeling pretty good. If y'all haven't noticed, John's not outside worried about a storm right now. Seems it has drifted north. Of course, one man's luck is another man's bad luck. So it's going to go north of me right now. Outside it's blue skies. I haven't seen a drop of rain all day. There's a slight breeze in the air, and I spent several days moving shit around getting ready for this. Just it didn't come, but I'm happy as shit with that. We're all keeping an eye on it, but I think we're in the clear here around my area. I don't think we have much to worry about. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in, followed by Donald Hamilton, Sherry P., thank you very much, Penny Hartleman, Nancy Halverson, and Keith Patterson are here. The remixtress is with us, thank goodness, and Jeanette Miller. Carol Lowe, let me see, Bruce Preston, Suzanne Forsepi, thank you very much. Let me see, Tamara Harrington, hi darling, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice holiday. Let me see, Kelly Harris, Carol DeBurs. Let me see, Keith Patterson is here. Mark, our Blue Dot greeter, always thankful for you being in the room. Paula Gibson and Linda Gallup, thank you very much. Linda Gallup. Oh, I just had a thought. Anyway, pay no attention to the guy behind the. Anyway, Annette Serrano, thank you for being here. Let me get on that. India J. Jones, thank you very much. Let me grab my. How y'all doing? Anyway, it is, I got to get a little used to this setup here. If y'all notice, my shit's on the opposite side. Everything's shifted around a little bit. We did a little rearranging in the office here, but I'll get used to it. Anyway, it is Sunday. And again, my weekend has been caught up with a whole lot of other stuff besides news. Got to see very little of it with the activity going around the house, trying to get ready for a storm that ain't coming, but the next one might. So that's always what we have to worry about here, is where it's going to go. You don't know until it's right on top of you or some shit, and you can't afford to be wasting time getting ready then. So most of my time is spent getting ready for a storm that did not come. But the house is fine. Everybody's fine here at our house. So I want to thank everybody that was sending out messages of support and everything and concerned about us during the hurricane. But we lucked out this time. Got to wait for the next one. No, might not be so lucky. Anyway, hi, Bernie.
Hey, John.
How are you doing?
Sweltering.
Sweltering? A little hot up? I'm melting.
No, we're way past a little, okay?
Way past that. It's been a little warm down here, too, so I can relate.
Ooh, shit.
You know.
How about yesterday? 112. Today I saw 107.
Yeah, no. You keep that shit. Yeah, we've had a heat
Yeah,
index
dude,
down
I'm
here
no
at about
good in
105,
this.
106 for days.
Yeah, no good in all of this, man. So I'm just trying to be still.
Well, just keep the ice going. Make sure you got plenty of ice to
Fortunately, it
put in it.
doesn't. I don't have to move very much to type.
Well, let's hope it moves off and you get a little cooler. Let's see, Miss
Dude,
Chick,
Yes, Jen.
how are you, darling? A little better in the
Um,
weather?
I'm not even going to tell you what it's like here because
Bob
it's
says it's
kind of like
102.
gas prices you don't want to mention.
You don't want
right, right.
yours are lower, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kill a man in.
That's
He said
fine,
they had
Miss Chick.
115 in
Just,
Georgia.
I'm just being a good neighbor.
Yeah.
keep all the good weather to yourself, okay? Let the
Yeah.
rest of us suffer, but that's okay.
Well,
We'll still
if
love
I
you.
could, I'd kind of whoosh it out that way, but I don't think it
Well,
works that way.
we'd appreciate it in
Okay, I'll
July.
let you slide then.
Anyway. Y'all been keeping your eye on the news?
Do
No,
I have to?
it's just the weather.
Yeah, right.
That it has been the most prominent thing in the news right now. Anytime there's a storm coming or the possibility of a natural disaster, that's where all the I got tickled because they had all these CNN news people and the Fox News people and the weather, all of them down here in Corpus Christi, out here by the bayfront. We recognized every little scene they was in, and now they all got to pack up and move north because just too much sunshine right here
So
right
they
now.
could go stand in the wind up there.
Isn't
Oh,
it
they will.
silly where, they tell everybody that lives there to either hunker down or evacuate? And what do? They rush right to the worst spot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was concerned with Randy. Randy's over there in Rockport, which is right
Yeah.
along the Gulf Coast, but it seems like he's going to luck out too a little bit. He'll still get a little weather, but I don't think it'll be as bad as we were anticipating. But which, like I say, is good luck for us, but bad luck for somebody else.
Bernadette, do you want to announce that to John?
What?
It's a message from Jay, from Steph. Jay is in the hospital.
He had a heart attack.
Yes.
Yes, he had a bypass, triple bypass, I think,
Oh my gosh, really?
or stents. He had stents put in. I
Mm-mm.
think that's what it is.
That's good though. They got him
That's
there.
good. They get them arteries back open. Jay, we hope you're doing fine. Stephanie, I know you're taking good care of him, baby. This is a romance that was bloomed within the Blue Dot family, and we always want to keep an eye on. Besides that, they just sent me some fantastic steaks. I ate them.
Yeah.
They were good. They were,
Right
Yeah.
on.
anyway, yes.
Well, we
Jay
all wish
Clayton,
Jay
take
healing.
care of yourself, rest, and get well, brother. We need you.
Yes, please.
So, well,
Yeah.
let's see what we can dig into here. I'll get Mitch
Well-
up here. I think Mitch always has something on his mind.
I was gonna say I do have something on my mind, but go ahead,
Well,
Mitch.
No.
I'll be happy to wait. Go on.
All right. Well, hello, Mitch.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing fine. Now, Miss Chick, you were going to say?
Well, I wanted to talk about the shit show of what is going on with the media and how they had just jumped all over Biden after the debate. And how everybody's crying about, oh, we need to get somebody else in there. We need to get somebody else in there. It's like, no, stop it. And I
No,
wanted
I
to discuss the idea there. Stuart Stevens wrote a stirring defense of Joe Biden in the Atlantic, and part of it goes like this. The Democratic Party held 57 primaries and caucuses. Voters in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories had their say, as did Democrats abroad. Joe Biden won 87% of the total vote. He lost one contest in American Samoa, in the little-known Jason Palmer. Suddenly, there are cries in the Democratic Party that, as goes a single territorial caucus, American Samoa, so should the nation. I worked in 5 presidential campaigns for Republicans and helped elect Republican senators and governors in more than half of the country. For decades, I made ads attacking the Democratic Party. But in all those years, I never saw anything as ridiculous as this push to replace Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee. For many in the party, the event raised genuine concerns about the incumbent's fitness for a new term. But a president's record makes a better basis for judgment than a 90-minute broadcast does. Biden has
Indeed.
a capable vice president, should he truly become unable to serve. The standard for passing over Democratic voters' preferred nominee should be extraordinarily high, and this has not been met. The fundamental danger of Donald Trump is that he's an autocrat who refuses to accept the will of the voters. So, is the proper response to throw out millions of votes, dump the overwhelming choice, and replace him with someone selected by a handful of insiders?
No.
What will that message be? Our usurper is better than your usurper? What is it about the Democratic Party that engenders this kind of self-doubt and fear? At a moment when Democrats' instinct should mirror what Biden declared in a rally the day after the debate. When you are knocked down, you get back up.
Get back up.
Some in the party are seized by the urge to run, not fight. Think about how this would look. Hey, I guess Donald Trump is right. Our guy isn't fit to be president. We'll give it another shot. Trust us, we'll get it right eventually. Madness. Trump is the candidate of chaos, uncertainty, and erratic behavior. Democrats can win a race against him by offering Americans the opposite: steady, calm, and confident leadership. Joe Biden has proved that. His record is arguably the most impressive of any first-term president since World War II. My advice to Democrats: run on that record. Don't run from one bad debate. Show a little swagger, not timidity. Forget all this dump Biden nonsense and seize the day. Now is the worst time to flinch. Our country needs strength. You can crush Donald Trump, but only if you fight.
Only if we fight. So the headline over here off to my left says several top House Democrats call on Biden to step aside. That's the headline I'm looking at. So my response to those top House Democrats is just a simple kiss my ass. You don't like this party, get the fuck out. You don't like our leader, get the fuck out. You got one opportunity here to get behind the leader of our party, who is Joe Biden, who has already said he's not getting out, he's not going anyway. So Misha Chick is right when she's talking about, it's within our own party. This is our destiny. We have control over this. Don't know some loudmouth up in Washington D.C. who thinks, oh, he's got a shot at it or some shit. Biden has made the decision, and until he says different, I'm riding with Biden all the way to the White House again.
The second part of that, John,
go ahead,
is the whole shit show of what the media has glommed onto, because it's all about who's going to be watching which media outlet. So they're all doing that scream fest that they do. I've got a nugget, come watch me. No, you have no nuggets. We're not watching you. You got nothing. No nugget.
You're trying to make a shit show, a big circus tent out of the news to try to make it like, oh, it's a head-and-head look at here where we're going to go off the cliff or what? The answer to that is yes. If Donald Trump gets back in the White House, this country goes off the cliff. There will not be a democracy left. Not anything like it. So we have one opportunity here. We're so close to the election right now. This bullshit about, well, let's just get a new person. No, don't do that. And Miss Chick is right with what she was reading about. We have a competent vice president. If anything happens to Joe, well, then Kamala can step right in. I have no problem with that.
I think,
the naysayers are. They're trying to shoot her anyway. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miss Chick. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. John. Thanks for letting me say it.
And Mitch.
We got to talk about CNN. We got to talk about the New York Times.
Yes.
We got to talk about the Washington Post. These are not legitimate media outlets.
No, they're entertainment.
Regardless of what they do, there's two factors that unite them. They're in the pocket of Trump, number one, Number two is that they are more interested in selling cues than telling the truth to America. It's got
Yeah.
nothing. I don't know that they're necessarily what they're doing is they're running a story that they think is going to get.
Yeah.
That they think that their numbers are going to go up, their viewership's going to go up. That's what
And I
it's
can
in. They're in it for.
its viewership is the lowest it has been in its history, and I hope it continues to go. The New York Times, I did the portal every day for like 800 days. I won't do it anymore because I'm not into the New York Times. I don't care if it's free. I'm not logging in. I won't click on links to CNN. I won't click on links to New York Times because I know I'm just going to see bullshit on it. And you know something? We have almost no liberal media outlets in this country. Almost none. Even the ones that we kind of thought were traditionally liberal are kind of turning out to be tainted
Yeah,
by,
even MSNBC was spreading some of the shit.
I mean, NBC, you know, I still think, and I'm going to the mat on this one, John.
Right.
Saw it happen in England, saw what happened in
Yes.
France.
Yes.
And I say part of what happened is they did the same thing that the American media did. They said they predicted and projected the outcome that they thought was them. And
Yeah.
CNN has nothing to gain from a blowout race. No one's going to watch CNN if everybody thinks so. It's in their interest to make it seem like it's important, even though I still believe the American people. I tell you what, I don't necessarily I don't know the British people. I don't know the French people except by what I hear about them. I think
Right.
I know the American people. I don't think the American people really want fashion.
I think we saw a little bit of that play out in France because the Liberal Party just seems like they have just taken that election over there. But just a few days ago, what was in the headline? Conservative Party rakes it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're planning to do X and Y and Z. Right.
Yeah.
What do they say about counting chickens?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stir the
Yeah,
pot
that's
and get
that's
people to
exactly
click.
what they were doing. They were screaming that the far right candidate in France had it locked down. It's going to be change and all this shit. First time in 3 decades or something like that. No, that didn't happen. But it sure made for good news and entertainment, didn't it? Because that's what it was made for.
Because it's the only outlet that you have to see it. It's through the eyes of the so-called international news outlets,
Right.
which are owned by wealthy bricks, whose interest is not in telling the truth. How could CNN? How could you? I'm talking to everybody out here personally. How could you punch in that number CNN, knowing what they did to Joe Biden that debate by letting that disgusting man lie after lie after lie, and
That's
smiling and
I say it
following
every time ever since then. Dana Bash and what was the other guy?
I tell you, man, I have
Worthless.
Jake Tapper. I have no
Jake
respect
Tapper.
for CNN. I will not. My eyes will no longer absorb it. Muted them on threads. I am
I
not.
watched them for years, but they've drifted into fair and balanced. It's more
And
about their.
Can I jump in here and make a comment? I just want to read
Please
something
do.
real quick. It'll be real quick. Earlier
Okay.
today, I believe it was today. It may have came out late yesterday or early this morning, whatever. The Midas Touch Network put out a video on the mainstream media and how they were reacting to Biden and all the rest of that. And this little graphic popped up. It says the media anti-bias Biden noise isn't an accident. CNN CEO Trump donor. ABC CEO Trump donor. CBS CEO Trump donor. NBC CEO Trump donor.
See a panel.
MSNBC CEO Trump donor. Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos. Wall Street Journal owner Rupert Murdoch. New York Times CEO Trump donor. These are your major
That's your major news
mainstream
outlets.
media outlets.
Where
And
most
this
of
is
us,
where
most
everybody's
everybody
gathered.
gets their
And
news.
every last single one of them, the CEO of these major corporations are Trump donors. So why do you think that they're calling for Biden to step down? Fuck
Why they're
them.
making that noise.
Fuck
Because they
Trump.
know they're going to
We're
lose.
the voters. We're the voters. I'm riding
Yeah,
with Biden. My
I
hands are
am
in the
too,
air.
baby.
I don't care if they bring the man's head in
A
a
jar.
jar.
I don't give a shit.
I'm riding with
I'm riding with
Biden.
Biden. Let me
Because
catch up
if you
real.
stop,
Go ahead.
one more thing.
Huh?
If you stop and think about it, a vote for Biden Harris is a vote for President Biden. And should anything happen to him while he's president, guess who gets to take over? Vice President Harris. And at
That's
that
right.
point, it's a
We're in good
Biden Harris as president. He's an
That's
old
it.
man. Anything could
If
happen.
you're wanting her to come in and step in, we'll vote for Biden. And
Put
then
her
you
on
could
the
hope for
second extra
whatever you
ticket.
hope
That's
for, but
right.
I'm hoping Biden does
That's
another
right.
fantastic 4 years
I
because he
want Biden
just
to
did a
go.
fantastic 4 years.
He has done, and his accolades and his credit and what we should be voting for is the last 3.5 years he's been in office with
And
his
that
slow
includes 50
thinking mind
million
and
new
all the
jobs.
rest of it. With
That
his
includes
slow
insulin down to
thinking mind,
$35.
not a
That's
90-minute debate
infrastructure. No,
on
no.
a
I'm not gonna
right-wing
toss out
media
over one. Hey, let me
screen.
catch up real quick. Mitch Goldstein. Mitch Goldstein came in with a $5 donation and said, "Practice run successful." Well, now, Mitch, what did you practice?
I was talking about you and your practice run for the hurricane.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah. That's what it was. Practice. We're just getting ready for when one's coming because it's going to be an active season.
20 minutes.
Anyway, Mitch, thank you. And Mega Wet Willie came in with $5 and said the news stations can make more money in advertising and higher ratings with Trump than Biden, in my view, on
That's the problem.
news groups wanting to get rid of him. Yes, there's more news with Trump. Oh my God, the sky is falling. Look at here, everything's you looking over here, go over here, live over here. We're gonna have all sorts of shit going on.
Because he's an actor. Hello. He knows
Yeah.
TV. He knows Trump knows how to manipulate
That's
the news
it.
more than
That's it.
everything else.
He knows his audience. And let me thank Bob K, who came in with $5, said CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, their CEOs are all Trump supporters and donors. I get my news from BDT, the only source I trust. And what's BDT? I lost it.
I would put I would recommend Midas Touch to our Blue Dot family.
I would.
will caution you this.
Yes.
Okay?
As a matter of fact, I get more from them than anybody.
Good.
I get
But
more
You
from
get more
Midas Touch.
honest news from them. Hell
They're-
yeah.
They're just a source. They're not the source. And you have
Exactly.
everything they say with a grain of salt. And you have to look to other sources to corroborate. That's how
Yep.
adults read the news. right?
Me, BDT.
BDT?
didn't know what the
BDF, maybe? Yeah, I don't know
Blue
what
dot.
the T is.
That's what threw me off. T. I'm waiting.
Well, please don't get all your news just from us.
No, please don't.
Yeah, no,
Because
don't do that.
We have a disclaimer.
We
Yes,
have
we
an
do.
opinion, is what we have. Everybody's got
Yes,
one.
we do.
We got to, and that's what this table is about. It's about your opinion. Let us know what you think. That's what this whole family thing is about.
The opinions expressed on the Blue Dot Family Live Show are strictly those of the person who gave them. Take what you like, leave the rest.
I don't want to
Thank
frighten
you.
but there's a big difference between what happened in England and what happened in France.
Views and opinions
What's gonna
expressed
happen?
on the Blue Dot Live Show are strictly those.
Oh, I'm sorry. I found the button.
Oops.
Yes, we noticed.
I'm sorry, Mitch. You were saying?
The difference between what's going on in the UK and France and here is one huge difference. You know what that is?
Inform me.
It is the 475 million guns that are in America.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Big difference.
Lest we forget.
Yeah.
There's no guns in the UK. There are,
Nope.
but They're not.
They're not in the mass in pub. You know, when we're talking about guns, the only place in the world that has this is us. That's it. The United States. We're the gun nut country of the world. Everybody's got a gun. You get a gun. He gets a gun. She gets a gun. Hell, give the baby a gun. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
And we're the only one. We're the only one in the world that allows this shit to go on just year after year.
You there?
With the carnage on our streets every freaking day.
Bernadette, do you know the population of the United States of America?
Approximately 350,000. I know there's more guns than that. Not thousand, million.
Millions.
Yeah.
Million.
Yeah, million.
It's a little more than that, yes. Yeah, it's about 370 million. We have
So it's gone up a little bit.
0.3 guns per adult in the United States. 1.3 guns. Nothing like that in France.
Nowhere.
They even have 1 million guns in France.
And it's not like other countries. You know, per capita, you know who owns more guns?
Texas?
No. What country?
Oh.
Per capita probably has more guns. If I'm not mistaken, I'm relying strictly on memory. I watched this on a documentary one time. I think it is Switzerland.
Oh, right.
It is Switzerland.
Because it's that per capita thing.
Yeah, it's that per capita. There's more guns in Switzerland than there are here, but you don't hear mass shootings in Switzerland. You don't do that.
Well,
because the only time people would...
And they have had them, but they are also trained over in Switzerland.
They are
part of their national army.
Yes, there you go. They take it seriously.
2 years of service. Everyone does 2 years of service.
Yeah, here all you got to do is turn 18, baby. That's it. Here you go. Take a gun. Buddy, go out and do whatever you want.
In some states, you don't have to even be 18. You could be a minor. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what difference does it make?
He's
got the Second Amendment behind him. He has a right to keep and bear arms, you know.
And a mama.
Yeah. And a mama that was be willing to drive him over state lines to another protest so he could shoot protesters. How's that? Because that's what we ended up with. What's his face? Who ended up down here in Texas as a politician. Because he ran on, hey, I shot somebody and got away with it. That's what he ran on. What was his name? Rittenhouse? Carl Rittenhouse?
Shittenhouse.
Yeah.
Kyle Shittenhouse.
Come on, Mama, give me a ride over to the next state so I can go shoot some of them protesters. Well, okay, sweetie, you just load up the ammo. We'll get you in the truck and get you over there. What a mother. What a fucking mother. Ain't that some shit?
What about the
only in America, baby. Only in America.
What about the couple up, was it in Michigan, that bought their son, the teenage son in high school?
Yes.
A gun?
Yes.
And he went and shot 4 students? Yeah.
Yes.
And they went to jail for him? Yeah. Okay. You know, it's not just...
I don't have a problem.
It's not just up there in
You
Wisconsin.
dumbass.
And you know where their butts are sitting right now?
Jail.
In jail.
In jail.
In jail.
And he's
Jail
still
because
locked
they
up.
didn't care.
Demented as fuck.
They were more concerned with their own life than the life of their child and what that gun represented to him. Because he was making little cartoons all over the damn place. It says everything about us.
In America.
I'm not
Carolina.
You have a gun? Okay. Have a gun.
I got 3.
Get trained, get insurance, and have a gun. You've all done it.
Yeah. There you go, Mitch. There's the big one. Get insurance. Yeah, you got insurance on everything else in case, you got liability insurance on your car, in case you go out and hit somebody. Well, they're going to pay the bills.
And so now we have mandatory guns and Bibles in classes in schoolrooms in the southern part of this country.
We'll pray for you or shoot your ass, one of the two.
Hey.
Ain't it? That just kills me. They're trying to force religion into schools at the same time, trying to arm everybody in there in case somebody comes in. We'll just have a big freaking shootout. Hey, y'all be careful now because the dangerous one is in the room. So it's going to get dangerous in here.
Is that guns will prevent violence. This is their argument.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. More guns in there is going to create a shootout with more guns, more bullets going in opposite directions all over the place.
What do you know?
That's what that.
Aloha all.
How you doing,
Aloha.
Dangerous One?
Well, I'm doing all right. I just got to
Good.
go build a shed from scratch, so I wanted to step in for a quick moment and say howdy. How y'all doing?
We are doing
Yeah.
pretty fair.
Good. I will voice a couple quick things. Number one, yeah, I'm pretty upset about watching the news and how everybody jumped ship. Oh, are you still there?
No, that
Yeah.
was automatic. Yeah, that was an automatic thing. Somebody
Anyway,
made a big
it's just,
donation.
yeah, the way how everybody's jumped ship from CNN and you name it, and they're all on this anti-Biden train. It's like it just pisses me off. I've completely lost all confidence in most of the major news. I noticed one of them though. One particular CEO that you didn't mention is News Nation. That's the one with Chris Cuomo, Dan Abrams, and Elizabeth Vargas on.
They're not
Right.
considered mainstream
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. Well, they're pretty new. They're the fastest growing cable news network. But another thing, I want to tell you something.
Right.
This whole thing that's with Project 2025, and
Yeah.
what it is this, by them putting the commandments in Louisiana and all the classrooms and crap
Oklahoma.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're starting to see is the rise of Christian nationalism, and Christian nationalism doesn't have anything to do with Jesus
Christian.
and his. It's a
But
joke. In fact, Satan knows that he can go ahead and deceive people by acting like he is like God, and it's just all a deception. And I'm definitely worried
What?
about this shit. I'm
Well,
worried about it.
Dangerous. Did you hear that Donnie came out and made a statement that he's not for Project 2025?
Yeah, I heard that.
Came out today. He said, "Yeah, no, I'm not up for this Project 2025 stuff," or something to the effect. I didn't hear his exact
right.
words. I did see the headline.
No, you're right. You're
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
he
You know why?
said we
Because
don't know anything
because
about
people are
it.
going, "Hey, this Project 2025 shit stinks," and he's going to lose numbers, so he's going to all of a sudden back up and say, "Oh, it's
John.
not me." Yes, sir.
Right.
No.
And I actually
The Midas. Hang on for a second. The Midas Touch Network put out a video yesterday with Trump saying he's not for Project 2025, and
Right.
then showed videos of him standing up at his rallies and in Mar-a-Lago with the people from the Heritage Foundation who are
Exactly.
running Project 2025. The man is
Exactly.
full of shit. When are we going to get it that if his mouth is moving, he's lying?
But he's
Exactly.
gone ahead and
Rich, are you
rebranded
kidding
it,
me?
though.
Are you suggesting
By
that
the
they
way,
were
saw a
spouting
video
bullshit?
just bugging on
John?
today was from Occupied Democrats, and it
Right.
had that exact same thing about him standing in front of the Heritage Foundation
Yep.
asking for their support. Yet I saw also the text that he put out, whatever, on his Truth Social crap that, I don't support Project 2025. I've never
Yeah.
heard of it. And yet
Yeah.
the video showed him standing in front of the Heritage Foundation saying, I need your support.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
with
so-
PS. Wait, Trump lies? Really? Did he? Did he really lie?
But all he did was rebrand it. He took everything that
Yeah.
was all just 2025 and calls it Agenda 47 or something like that.
Agenda 47.
Yeah.
Same
You know what
thing.
Agenda 40
Same thing.
You know what Agenda 47 is? It's Biden using SEAL Team 6 to go ahead and take Trump out.
Hey, let's get after it. I heard the Supreme Court gave it as a go-ahead on that. Hey, let me thank
Yeah.
Peter, who came in with the $10 donation. Peter, thank you very much. And also want to thank Jake Sellers, who came in with a $20 donation and said Americans can fix this firearm issue in our country. Buy us safe and keep them locked up until they're needed. There's lots of things you can do. I've said it often. I own weapons. I don't make a big deal out of it. I don't need them. And when I knew,
Nope.
I'll have them.
We
What?
would need legislation in order to force people in America because they don't have a brain.
Yes, because
to
you
do
would have
something
to.
like that.
There is nobody going to start a campaign for gun safety and educational programs to educate the public. We're not going to do that shit. We're not
Well,
a
they
country
know
of that.
how-
We're a country
Well,
of
they
I got a law here that says I can own a gun and that's all there is to it.
Well, they have guns now that basically they have it to where they will identify your fingerprint unless if the person who has that fingerprint.
Unless
Correct.
yes, they have
Yes.
fingerprint ID on the trigger. So unless you own
And
a
I
gun,
think
you
what
ain't, you ain't doing nothing.
they should make it mandatory. They should just make it mandatory, and then that way guns will be a hell of a lot safer in the
Oh
U.S.
my God, they'll
Two
be
things
peachy.
I cannot get with.
What?
Cannot get with prison rape jokes, and I cannot get for anyone calling for anyone's death, even Donald Trump.
Say that again.
That
Say it again.
I do
Yep.
not get on with prison rape jokes. Nothing funny about them, and I don't think it's proper to call for anyone's death, even Donald Trump. We are above that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're here, Mitch. I agree with you.
Well, I apologize about that, but I will say one thing. You know what? If the Supreme Court could go ahead and let this immunity thing go by, then why can't Biden turn it around and use it and say, you know what? I want to remove 6 Supreme Court justices because it's official business.
There you
Because
go.
I can.
Why can't he do it? Although he won't, but he
because
could.
we could recognize 6 members of the
Ding,
court
ding,
that have.
ding.
Yeah.
Because he has integrity. He has
Well,
character.
See, there's the thing. Our
doesn't
guy
black-
has integrity.
he doesn't
Our side
present-
has integrity. The Republicans have lost their way. They don't have shit anymore. They just as soon have up that lying sack of shit stand up there every day and lie through their teeth, and they will applaud the crap out of him.
They have
So,
violence.
yes,
That's a consideration.
He's just an entertainer, nothing more.
nothing more.
Because President Biden actually is a man of God, like President Carter was.
Yeah.
I,
He walks the
Isn't
walk.
Carter still
those-
alive?
those-
Is Carter
Yes, he
still
is.
alive?
Yes, he's hanging
Carter
on by a
is still
thread,
alive.
but he's still with us.
Yes, he is.
Bless his heart.
He's in
He was
care,
a fantastic
and
man.
Yes,
His
he was.
100th birthday will be October 1st of this year. And
No
let's
way. I think
pray that he
Amen.
gets there.
I hope he does too. We're gonna have a hell of a
Absolutely.
speech for that.
He will be the first president that ever reached 100 after
Wow.
leaving office.
Wow,
There you go.
that's amazing. Couldn't happen to a better man either.
Absolutely.
And a man that has led the life of what it means to call yourself a Christian.
Amen.
I am not. I do not. I'm not a religious guy. But out of everybody I've ever seen in my life, maybe Mahatma Gandhi, I don't know. But here, it's Jimmy Carter that has year after year, decade after decade, has given of himself for others.
Yep.
And
Let me
that's
tell-
what.
I don't care what you say you believe in.
Yeah.
The problem that I have with Christianity is pretty simple. They claim that what you believe is what's important, not how you act.
There
I
you
have a
go.
problem.
It's all about deeds, dude. You can speak all you want all day, but if you don't back it with your play, then guess what?
Work with
That's work without deeds. You know
faith
what?
faith without works is dead.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what the book says.
Good. You got to walk the talk.
Book says a lot, though.
You got to walk the talk.
The book says a lot. You
He
know,
got caught with a
John, the only reason why I said it that way is because, first of all, I've studied the book. I don't believe in fairy tales anymore, but I still retain the knowledge and the wisdom that the book can carry. Okay? I don't do fairy tales anymore, though.
Right.
So,
well, you know, I've said it many times. I am not. I don't claim to be a religious person. I don't claim to be a Christian. But on Judgment Day, except for this blasphemy thing and maybe a couple other things he'll get me for, I'll stand in front of him for how I've treated my fellow man all my freaking life.
Amen.
And that's all you got to do.
That's
all I have to do.
According to the word in the book, you'll probably get in through those gates because you stood by what you said.
There you go.
Just remember, folks, he said, you know what? The old commandment's gone. I came to sacrifice myself. I give you 2 new commandments: to love God above yourself, and then love your neighbor as you love yourself.
As you would love yourself.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Pretty easy, cut and dry. You know,
you didn't create yourself. I didn't create myself.
Look, the religious right in this country, the evangelicals, okay, all are using their religion as a distraction to keep us arguing about their dumbasses instead of arguing about what's important, like gun control and our children's being able to eat and having Medicare and Medi-Cal.
That's right, Janetta.
In
Honey,
all across.
Honey, sheep and women, they're wolves and sheep. clothing. They are wannabe.
And if you call me honey again, honey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, honey, I will kill them wolves and them sheeps. Okay,
Ah, shit.
I
Well,
got
Hey,
guns.
let me
Burn it
catch
down.
up real quick. Silly
There-
Bebo came in with a $10 donation and said a friend of mine had her Nuvering denied by insurance, even though
Novering.
her Nuvering. Oh, okay. Denied by insurance, even though her doctor provider approved. Trump doesn't know about Project 2025. There is no war in Bon Say Sing. Avatar, the last Airbender reference. Ah, you had to put that in there. My kid knows exactly what you're talking about. Thank you, silly boo boo.
Okay.
And,
And
where was
maneuvering is a form of female contraceptive.
Nuvering? Yeah, that's a product.
Yes.
And if the Republicans have their way with their new Supreme Court and all that shit, they'll get rid of that too. They'll get rid of all contraception. No more,
Does that mean
no more
even
condoms?
They're going to get rid of condoms too?
Yeah, they
Yes.
might get rid of them, but they're not getting rid of Viagra. No,
Right?
no,
No.
baby.
Nope.
Interesting.
They got a pill
No.
from everything from the depths of your depression to the heights of your erection, and they're not going to give away any of it. They're going to
love that.
pump it out there all day, except for
And
that.
it all
Say that again, John. I want to hear you say that one more time.
That was
But
beautiful.
from the depths of your depression to the what did I say? To the
Come
heights
on,
of your
Joe.
erection. From
Yes.
the depths of your depression to the heights of your erection. They have a pill for
Excellent.
you. And
I love
they're gonna no problem. They're not gonna get rid of Viagra. I don't give a shit if it caused cancer in 3 days. You know.
and
They're not gonna get rid of it.
Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. All them pills cause anal leakage. So go for it.
Anal leakage. Out of their mouths is what it happens.
Exactly.
Sorry, you have
Well,
diarrhea in the
Oh,
mouth.
oh,
Okay.
oh. It's
I guess
not
I'll-
what goes into a man that defiles him. It's what comes out.
If Viagra goes away, popsicle sticks and tape will become in vogue.
There you go. There you go. Tell you. Where there's
listen,
a will, there
love
is a
you.
way. I'm having a problem with my damn.
I've got to go build a shed from scratch. I got
Oh,
all
lucky
the wood.
you.
Got to go do it. But listen,
Look.
I love you guys. You know what? You don't want to hear how beautiful the weather is in Maui, but
No, we don't. So you just keep
No.
it to yourself, okay?
We're good.
But I love you guys, and John. You know
we
what?
ain't trying to hear all that.
Much
Dangerous.
love from Maui, and to you and your beautiful wife, and you know,
Thank you.
you continue to be in my prayers, brother. And
Thank
you know
you.
what?
I
You
appreciate
can
that.
You got my phone number. I wish you would at least text me so I have yours so communicate.
I will try to do that as soon as I remember where your phone number is.
John has a
Well,
long.
Somebody there must have.
It's got to
it,
be
doesn't it?
somewhere. It's got to be. I will find it. I will
But I
find it,
would
my
say
friend,
it-
and I will give you a holler.
I
I
would say over
appreciate
the
it,
air,
Dangerous.
but then, okay, and everybody and their brother will have
Yeah.
it. But you know, yeah.
I don't
I'll give it
know.
to you. I don't care. I don't care. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. You got a pen handy?
No,
Oh,
no,
you-
no. I tell you,
no.
what, I tell you what, Dangerous.
I'll
Yeah.
do it in,
Text it to me.
I'll do it in the
Text
chat.
it to me, and I'll get it to John. Don't worry
There you
about
go.
it, okay?
I'll put it in the chat.
There
We'll
you
send
go.
it- Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
Send it
You
directly.
send-
John's having trouble
Send
getting
me-
anything done
Send
now.
me a private message,
I-
a DM message, and I'll get it to John. Okay.
You got it. John, I'd just like to be in communication with you. Send me a text.
I would love it. I would love it. But you know, as you probably know, my days right now are they're pretty hectic right now. But yeah, if Bernie's like the yeah, that's how come she say give it to her. If she
I'm
gives it to
telling
me,
you.
yeah, I got it
Give it to me,
Okay.
and I will get it to him. Okay.
because
You
it
got
comes
it.
with a
Well,
message too.
You guys keep up the fight because we got a hell of a fight in front of
We
us.
do.
We're not all in
And
it.
it's
and
one
we're
that
not
we
all
will kick ass in.
Hell yeah, we will. And I love you guys and just keep up the support and keep passing it on to everybody else. Remember, like John says,
That's it.
smiles are free, and we got to spread that shit around.
Spread that shit, baby, everywhere. Nobody stays in the bunker. Everybody is on the line, baby.
Amen.
That's what we
Hey,
have to
listen,
do.
brother, I love you guys.
Take care of
You guys
yourself.
take care.
Enjoy
you
the
too.
gorgeous weather you have.
Oh, well.
Just go ahead and suck it up for everybody.
Hey, it's
We can-
year round there.
We get hurricanes out here too, buddy. So don't.
Yes, they do.
It is indeed.
You know,
Take care of
they do.
yourself, Dangerous.
All right, man. Catch you later. Aloha.
All right. Bye-bye. Outstanding. Outstanding. Let me see. What was that about? Oh,
All right, I'm
taking
jumping
a
off.
deep breath.
Great
You're
to
going to
talk
jump off,
Thank
Mitch?
you.
Mitch, thank you for coming in. How is Julie, by the way?
Hang on a second. There you go.
Where's she at?
I don't
Hey,
know.
everybody. What's going on?
Hi, Julie.
Hey, John, what's up?
Nothing. Just hanging around, hassling your
Hanging out.
husband. You know,
Good, someone
just hanging
took care
out.
of it.
You taking care of him for us?
Well, I tried.
All right. I know it's a hard job. Somebody's got to do it, though. Well, look,
He's not
y'all
a-
take care of yourself. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, you too, John. Take care.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And let me see. Gazelle, my bell, came in with a $2 donation through Super Chat. Gazelle, my bell, thank you. And let me see. Uncle Fatty, what are you doing?
Boy, howdy. I had to take my sailboat out into the middle of the lake just to get serviced where I could catch you guys today.
Boy, howdy shit. Get a little
It's
rough,
a
is it?
beautiful
Your sailboat.
breeze. Just a sailboat.
Ah.
Not too much wind right now, so it's kind of nice just chilling in the middle of the lake.
Outstanding.
I just had to hop on and confer with everything Bernie was saying there. You know, these so-called Christians are the ones that implemented these laws. You know, because
Yeah.
back in the day, they used to narc on each other in church for going to the drugstore to buy rubbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get
You know,
you.
so wait until the rumors start going around church, and then these laws will be put back into place. It'll take about 6 months.
Yeah. Boy, howdy shit. It is a strange world they live
Anytime they bring that shit up with me, that's exactly what I throw right back at them. You know, is that Roe and all of Griswold, all of these laws were put into place by Christian Republicans because they were narking on each other at church. Okay, tell me when some lady walks out of that doctor's office that ain't gonna go around the congregation in more than half a day. Bunch of hypocrites.
in. Oh,
Other than that, it's a beautiful
we're
day in
full of
Idaho.
it.
Hey, John, I need to call
Yes.
out the remixtress for a post she made. She said, it's a good time to remind everyone in Barrel's Path that Trump's 2025 project eliminates the NOAA and the National
Weather Service. Yeah, because you don't need to know that shit. You can look out the window. You know,
Well,
It's
Is
all
it
fake
raining?
news anyways.
when the Heritage Foundation last month got a $1.6 billion donation,
Yep.
and the Republicans don't even want to admit that this thing exists. Okay, I went through some AI stuff here a few days ago. I think I posted it on the Discord page. If not, I will. But it's very extensive on following the money of where the Heritage Foundation is getting their money. And right now they have $2.6 billion in their coffer.
Billion.
And they don't have to report a single penny of it because they're a nonprofit.
Right.
It's absolute horseshit. We got to end Citizens United. We got to,
That's
The
that's
amount of
where the
money
money
that's going
came
in.
into politics right there.
We
Citizens
got to
United.
get our Supreme
That
Court back
corporations.
first.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And how do we do that?
You
How
We
do we do that?
oh,
Right?
We vote. Yeah,
That's right.
that's the only way we get it. And even then, it's gonna, we're suspecting
friend.
2 justices might leave soon. We hope the hell one of them is Clarence Thomas,
Well,
and
I
Alito.
still think we got to fire up SEAL Team 7 and,
Hey, treason. I'm saying,
Yeah.
if anybody's guilty of treason around here, I think it's Donnie. But again, like Mitch says, that's not our
Well,
game. I want him
We
brought
all
to
saw
justice.
that.
But justice seems to be a hard thing to come by nowadays when it comes to Trump. Especially with the
Well,
Supreme Court that we have right now, who is
Imagine
evidently
how
just
much harder it will be if that fucker.
gets back in.
And I ain't
We
gonna
don't
say the
we don't we
rest of
won't
it.
need a
I ain't
Supreme
gonna say
Court if
that.
he gets back in. He will
Exactly.
be the Supreme Court.
Or
Donnie will.
Alito and Thomas will step down. It'll be a 7-2 court, and America will be absolutely fuck Trump then.
Mm-mm.
or we
That's
just
up
keep
to us.
passing around some smiles and high fives, right, Adam?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
How you
One
guys
random
all
high
doing
five
tonight?
will change the world, man. I'm telling you, one random high five
Adam.
will change the world.
Man, I tell you what, high five to all of you guys out there, all you blue dots, because we're going to take this thing here coming
Indeed.
soon.
The time
And
is coming now.
you know what? Joe should just put a bump stop right on the Supreme Court.
and say, you guys can't rule on one thing until I tell you to. And just say, nope, you can't rule on one thing until I tell you you can rule on something, because you guys have screwed up the country.
Yeah, well, we wish it
Not
was all that
necessarily
simple.
a bump stop in a gun. I'm just saying he
Yeah.
should put a stop on the Supreme Court from just making
Well, you know,
any
our system of
rulings on
government, we're
anything.
supposed to have checks and balances.
Exactly.
And the only
we
check
don't
and
have
balance
one
on
anymore.
the Supreme Court is the legislation, the legislative
Exactly.
branch. So it has to be up to Congress and the Senate.
Yeah, and the House is a joke.
Hell, I say increase the court. That's what I say. Let's
No,
go to
absolutely,
13.
100%.
There are
100%.
13 federal district
Federal
courts.
district.
So let's go to 13 judges.
Why not? Let's go to 21. I don't care. None of this.
Well, we
stuff
don't
that you
want to
can-
stack the court on.
No, I
you
know. I know.
You know, like they
I
did.
do.
Well,
No,
we don't have to. We go to 13. We have the majority already. Right there.
Exactly.
And we can start fixing some of this shit.
Done and over with. See you
You
later,
let
Robert.
Trump back
You
in
might-
there.
you might-
Boy, howdy shit. I don't want to see who Justice Cannon. Is that what you're looking at?
Oh, geez, are
Can you imagine
kidding
that
me?
shit?
She's younger
let
than
me
I
send
am.
out a
You
couple-
gotta-
let me
I
send
mean,
out a-
Come on.
Let me send out a couple of thank yous. Piper Saul came in with a $20 donation and said, "Go away, hurricane." It listened to you, Piper. It did indeed. It went the other way, I think. Jeanette Dahl came in. Jeanette Dahl. I love this girl. All the way from Denmark. She came in with 50 Denmark krones through Super Chat and said, "Shall we not hear the song?" Well, darling, at your request, we just want Donald Trump and the Republican Party to do one thing.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
That's it.
I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck. I can dance that. I love it.
Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
If he just shuts the fuck up, the whole country would be a whole lot better. All right, let me send out a couple more thank yous to old folks down home who sent in a $5 donation and said, "Greetings from Blue Buckeyes in Ohio. Keep up the good fight." Indeed. I'm about to hit my iPad over there. Everything's rearranged, so I got to watch what I hit. And let me see. Philippa Diane Fernandez came in with a $25 donation and said, "Contribution to the Blue Dot in Texas." Well, thank you very much, Philippa. I appreciate that tremendously. First time I saw that name, so welcome to the room. Yes, I have to be careful because Donnie's ass is sitting over here now in a different position, so I poke the stick. The gong is way over here where it used to be way over here.
Yeah, I like
And
the lighting.
we've done, huh?
I like the lighting in there.
Travis redid the lighting.
Yeah,
Got one light right
I
here.
did that. Good job, Travis.
He's got another light you can't see. It's right here. It's blue, and
Oh, yeah.
another light right up here. That is blue, and of course the walls are
Okay.
painted blue. Yes, we swapped around a little. Of course, we do have rules within the family. Rule number 1: the hog has got to be in the shot. So there's the hog. Rule number 2 is Texas Longhorns have to be in the shot. So there we go. We have the Texas robbery. I got my little stuff. Oh, here's a challenge. To Tammy Ames, baby, if you're seeing this now or if you see it on a repeat, Tammy's new challenge is, where's the football player, Tammy? Where's the Steelers football player? Because he is within the shot right now. And that just goes out to Tammy because I can't point at it, but it's a little game we play because he's a rather small dude. But if you search, you can find him. He's up there.
Where's Waldo? Did you name him that?
It's sort of like a Where's Waldo, but yeah, we have certain things with certain blue dots that like Randy and that hog. That hog's been in there ever since I first started doing videos out in my shop. I told him it would always be in the shot, no matter where I went, and I've kept promise to it. My buddy here in Corpus, the Texas Longhorns, Bear, and his wife. He used to be my postman. I see him every day, and he's a Texas Longhorns fan. And if anybody knows anything, there's a little rivalry between those two teams. Just saying. And
a little
rivalry.
rivalry.
A little rivalry. But no, we're not done. We're trying to change things up. It's hard to get everything in the shot that means so much to me, because over the years, this is 7.5, almost 8 years of doing this show, and I have just an amazing amount of things that people have sent me over the year. The amount of T-shirts I have is off the hook. We quit counting over 400 and something. And this one I just got this one in the mail. Trump 20 to 24 years in prison. Lock him up. And I would tell you who sent this to me, but I have a box out there that came with, and there was another thing in there that got broke. I'm trying to piece it back together, but I have some mail to call out, and I'll try to get that caught up on our next show. But I'm way behind on calling out my mail, and just because I've been so busy. And
Did you
some
say
things
mail?
are just mail. Yes.
Okay.
What?
Just posting the P.O. box. That's all. Anytime you mention mail, I try to post the P.O. box.
Before he starts crying.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want none
Before
of
the
that
wine.
because John goes to the post office to give it here later.
Yes,
But I went today, and sure enough, shit, opened it up, and there was nothing fucking there but air. You know why? You know
I
why?
tried, y'all.
Because it was Sunday. Because it was Sunday. There's no mail on Sunday.
Yes. And John doesn't give cheese with his wine, so
No.
that's why
No.
I always
might get
try
it here,
to post the
You
P.O.
just
box.
get the wine. That's all.
Now,
Anyway.
you should almost make like a little collage, kind of how you do a two for blue, and almost do a collage of thank you Blue Dots and put that into a little video and show all your pieces that people have given you.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll have to mention
You
that to
don't-
Travis.
You mean
Yeah.
you mean like the big comforter that he got made out of a whole lot of T-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to find someone to do that.
That's
for me.
out there in the living room. And yeah. Mama don't want me to show it off too much.
You
I
should
love
start
that
signing
thing.
those T-shirts, and we'll do a little auction online and raise you some more
Shit.
computer funds.
Who wants my signature? Hey, let me thank Keith Thompson came in with a $5 donation. It said the MAGA Project 2025 will equals the Nazi Party of 1939. There ain't too much difference there, Keith. And Lena Alina P. I'm sorry. Lena came in with a $5 donation through Super Chat. Lena, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it tremendously. Wow.
Those boys go all the way back to the Federalist Society, John, with Newt Gingrich standing up on the House floor and saying the other side is evil and they
Evil.
must be conquered. And that's the biggest ad hominem
And that's
in
the
world,
language they're still using today. Is it not?
It's a bad faith argument. It's bad faith. It's an argumentative fallacy, is what it is. When you label your opponent evil, you automatically lose the debate.
That's what Donald Trump and the Republican Party want right now. They do not want a united country. Their whole game plan is dependent upon a divided America. They want that division. They want one neighbor to hate another neighbor. Oh, Lordy,
We got
look what I
the
missed.
anti-NATO thing going on at the White House today, and a bunch of folks out there trying to, get rid of NATO.
That's what Donald Trump wants to do.
If we got
You
rid
put
of
Trump
NATO,
back in there, he'll kick everybody in NATO in the shins. What did Joe Biden do? Added 2 new countries, baby. Sweden and Denmark.
Right.
That's what Joe
we don't
Biden
want
did.
Europe to become Russia.
Because all Trump wants to do is walk around and act like it's some kind of an extortion thing. Hey, nice country you have here. You don't pay up here. Something might happen to it. That's what Trump is. Is that what we base our democracy on? Our support of democracy around the world, and whether or not you can pay up? That's not democracy,
Exactly.
baby. That's extortion. That's what that is, and that's what Trump wants to do. And and all his little maggot friends, they all out there going, yeah, make them pay. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. How
Well,
about
that's a
that?
tough-
No,
like-
he'll just start tariffing all
He'll put
of
a
those
tariff on
countries.
everything,
Well,
anything coming
they'll
into this
be
country.
paying.
And guess who pays that?
Yeah,
You and me, brother.
we do.
You and me. We do.
Yep.
We do. The company will pass that right on to your ass. It'll just be a price
Oh,
increase.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
We
When
send
he
all the brown
touts it in
people
a
back
way
to
that it's going to
oh,
save the country or some bullshit. No. It's not.
Yeah.
That's what that guy said.
Hey, yeah.
Could you hear
there's
that?
Lewis.
You
There's
could
Lewis.
hear that? I was wondering if you would be able to pick up from the microphone.
Well, it's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of
Good, good.
if you slid them closer to the microphone.
Let me see. And we could get him right about. Nobody gives a shit. I'm waiting for it. Here it comes. Are you fucking shitting me?
oh, come on.
And that's my answer to a lot of shit I hear nowadays. Yeah, I got to have him
Oh,
in a
yeah.
spot where I like my Lewis Black. I've been listening to him for years. His outrage has always entertained me because I feel the same way a lot of times.
You
I'll
bet.
tell you what, baby.
Do a duet together, go back and forth.
Oh, who?
Him and Carlin.
Yeah.
If
That
Vince
would
and
work
Carlin
for
would
me.
have had a chance to get together, it would have been great.
Boy, howdy shit.
Boy,
let me
howdy.
see.
Not to change the subject or nothing, but I live in the city of, in the suburbs of Minneapolis, and I found bear shit in my yard when I woke
Bear
up
shit.
today. Bear shit
Bear shit.
in my yard.
You got problems, brother.
Man, I tell you what, boy, howdy shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I would be
that
too.
ain't the definition
No
of it.
bears. No bear. No bears.
That was quite bizarre. I don't know if they're getting spooked from the.
I don't have to worry about bears down here, I don't think. Mountain lions? Yeah. Yeah. There's mountain lions. As a matter of fact, we had one across the river, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. Almost every night you could hear her out there growling and shit.
Yeah, that's not a cry that you'd like to hear.
No.
That is an eerie sound.
They've had reports down here of, cougars, mountain lions that attack cattle and stuff down here. So that's probably the most vicious predator we have down here.
Oh, by far. Probably in the U.S.
Tropical Storm Barrel. A little thing just dropped by on my iPad, and it called it Tropical Storm Barrel, which tells me it's in hurricane strength. So
yeah, so it pretty much
maybe that's
scooted
some
north
luck.
of you then, huh?
Yeah, it moved north of me.
You get a little rain off it?
I haven't got shit off of it. Nothing.
Nothing.
A little breeze.
Wow.
Yes.
So are you out of the storm altogether? Because that would be a good thing. Or are you on that side of the hurricane that will catch a tornado?
Nope. As a matter of fact, I'm just looking at my iPad right now. The hurricane watch area extends from Corpus Christi up to looks around Freeport or somewhere like that. But the projected path in the cone is nowhere near me. And
went up to like that.
Since I'm doing that, let me check my radar and see where the nearest rain to me is right now. Okay, I can see the whole storm out in the Gulf. It's just southwest of Corpus Christi. Yeah, it's throwing out bands, but there's nothing reaching me. By the time they reach me, they're already petered out. And so I got no rain, no wind. Of course, the people up by Freeport, Galveston's going to get hit up there, El Campo, and it's going to move up towards Houston. So those people are still in that path.
And, blessings to all those in the path of the hurricane. But I am so grateful that this hurricane is not going to be affecting you.
Oh, shit.
Because you're my family and I care about you.
Baby.
And
well, I appreciate
absolutely.
that.
We've been thinking about you the whole week.
I've gotten a lot of messages from a lot of people expressing concern that we were going to, for us to be all right. And I'll tell you what, up until last night, I was still trying to get, put a big tarp over the roof of my shop. We picked up. I tried to go to the dump yesterday. Loaded up everything, get it out of here, let's go to the dump. Me and my son jumped in the truck, went to the dump. By the time I went to exit the freeway where the dump is, I had already told my son, no way, I ain't doing this. Because there was a line like you wouldn't. I haven't seen a line like that at that dump ever. And I knew if I got in that line, we're looking at 2 to 3 hours in that line. You know, because there was a lot of people up there with trailers that were big stuff that had to be unloaded and stuff. I've been there lots of times. I know how long it takes. So,
Hey, John.
Are you telling me it takes a hurricane to clean your yard?
for a lot of people, yeah. Now, mind you, you know why I was going, and you know what I had in my truck? 2 garbage cans. That's it. Kitchen garbage, because Friday was trash day. We were so busy getting ready for the hurricane, we forgot to put the trash out on Friday morning, so it didn't get picked up. So our garbage cans was full. So if they're listening, I want to take a little moment to brag, because I had said the day before, I probably think that the dump is going to be full. It might not be a good day to go. And then Marcia said something about we got to get rid of the trash. And then Travis chimed in and said, well, Dad, we got to get rid of the, okay, we're going to go to the dump. Yeah,
Hey, John, let me take your mind off the trash. I got a shout out for a blue dot, a new blue dot in the chat on YouTube. His name is Kevin King. He says, hey, dude, you are inspiring. Keep it up.
Well, thank you. Kevin, is that what you said?
Yep.
Kevin, thank you very much,
King.
brother. I don't know about inspiring, but I try to be entertaining, if nothing else. If
new.
not that, then I have to rely on my handsome good looks. Which, boy, howdy, I'm batting 1,000, ain't I? We
So we
appreciate
just
that, Kevin, and welcome to the Blue Dot family, brother. We're growing all the time. Tell your friends,
so
hey,
we're
come on
like
in, baby. You want to join the table there, Kevin? Go to Discord. You can go to bluedottintexas.com. There's a link to Discord right there. You can download it. It's a free app. You come in. Anybody come in this room and join this conversation anytime they wish. Because we're a very inclusive family.
I wish.
What?
I didn't do it, but I
yes,
know
you did. I'm a witness. Saw the whole thing.
Hey, Joe.
I don't know. You sound awfully familiar. You sound like
sounds
you did do it at one
suspicious to
point.
me.
I smell barbecue.
Yep.
I had a visitor today.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Was it a bear?
Somebody.
So how'd you get out of the handcuffs?
Somebody played the guitar. I don't know how he got out of handcuffs.
Hey, Randy.
No shit. No shit. Y'all play guitar today?
Randy Peterson came by.
Oh, well, that's good.
Right on.
Nice.
That's good.
Big.
Tell him I'm going to get
Yeah,
my
he-
porch fixed up. I want y'all to come over. We're going to play music here and cook a little on the barbecue pit.
Oh yeah.
But y'all was just practicing, I guess.
We lit up the big amp and played. Well, he played. I was so sweaty because I was getting ready for this big event.
Yep. Us too, Joe. Shitting and getting all over the place.
I had my trailer hooked up. I had the kayak in case I had to go rescue John.
Yeah, could have happened too. Could have happened.
Could have happened.
And I got ready for the wedding, and nobody showed up.
And I got all dressed up for the dance, and the band didn't show up. Damn.
But
I'm happy with that, Joe. I'm happy. My yard's a little cleaned up. I've got a few things done I was supposed to get done anyway, and it didn't rain. So, but now it's like, well, shit, I need a little rain. You know.
Oh yeah.
Could use a little rain.
I went and got 12 sandbags and all. I mean, I worked my fanny purple.
Yeah, I seen they were handing out sandbags.
Oh yeah. I mean, and Randy couldn't pass up coming over here and smelling my pit.
He smelled your pit. He's over there smelling your pit, huh?
Was it the right arm or the left
He's a big pit smeller. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll put his nose right up in your pit.
Ew. Too much information.
And guess what? I know from experience your pit smells good.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Joe's got a good smelling pit. I'm just saying.
It's getting kind of rank in here,
And guess what? It's a big pit. Joe's got a big pit. We're not talking about little pit. No.
You ain't seen nothing, John. Randy will tell you.
Joe can satisfy 200 easily.
Well, now I can satisfy
What a man.
more than 200. I've got the.
Outstanding. Oh, look at there.
Uh-oh.
Outstanding. Louis Russo came in with a $10 donation and said, do you think we... Oh, that's the wrong mouse. I got 2 mouses now. Do you think we're being too selfish pushing Joe to keep going? Don't you think Kamala Harris with Gavin Newsom as VP could beat Trump? then have Kamala pardon Hunter. Well, hey, Hunter don't need to be pardoned, I don't think.
You know,
Lewis, thank you very
Getting-
much.
getting out
this-
of the canoe in the middle of the stream is not a good
Yeah.
thing.
That's what worries me. Is I have all the confidence in Joe to continue with the work that he has done, and he has done a fantastic job. We
see
went through a
nothing
list
wrong.
of the accomplishments that man has. Now,
Yes, I see
do
nothing
I
wrong
think
with-
Kamala Harris could beat Trump? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I do.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat,
I do.
she could whip his ass.
Yep.
But like I said, if Joe does, this is his
but a
decision.
vote for
And
Joe is a vote for Kamala Harris.
Right. And let's
Right.
hold the line. Let's just hold the
let's
line.
hold that line. And as was brought up, if anything
we
happens,
need to relax. We seriously need to stop entertaining this idea. It has already been proven
he's already made that
in the
decision.
that when a Democrat leaves the race in the middle of the race like this, we will lose the
We
election. Do we want to lose the election? Because if Joe drops out now, Trump will take credit for it. Trust me.
That's the first thing he'll come out of his mouth,
Trust
saying that
me.
he defeated him, and he'll run that right into the ground.
Trump takes credit for things he never did.
Trump
And
lies.
a little more good
He's
news.
moving
Lies,
his
a lot.
and he's,
It
spewing
is
lies
not
out
a
of
lack of
that.
confidence in Kamala Harris at all. If anything, I have
No.
outstanding confidence in that woman's ability
But
to
where's
handle
our
anything that
confidence
comes.
in Joe Biden?
I
Let's
have it.
talk about what he's already done. I have it too, John. And like I
Yeah.
said earlier, I don't care if they bring his head out in a fucking jar.
No.
Okay? I'm voting
50
for Joe
million
Biden
new jobs,
because
21
his
million
record
added to the Affordable Care
stands
Act.
alone.
Insulin down to $35. 5 million
And here's
people
the
relieved
thing.
of student debt. First black woman on the Supreme Court. He has restored the
Thank
Respect
you.
for Marriage Act, the most significant gun legislation in 30 years.
Yes.
Infrastructure bill. But it all boils down to one thing: integrity. Donald Trump
Exactly.
has none. The man lies
Well,
through his teeth. He is the biggest
not
threat
a
to
human
democracy
being.
this country's ever seen.
Here's
And we
the
went through
thing,
World
you
War
guys,
II over that
listen.
shit.
We did.
John.
Huh.
John.
Huh?
We have both of their records. Let's just compare the records. What did Trump do for anybody besides
Nothing.
big business? Not a goddamn thing.
Didn't do a damn thing for me. Tossed out
Joe
paper
is
towels.
for the people. I'll take sleepy ass old honest Joe any
Over-
day of the
yep.
fucking week.
Over-
I don't
over
care
that
if he's
lying sack of shit any
dragging
day.
himself behind and
Yep.
crawling on his elbows. I'm voting
Exactly.
for Joe.
And
That's the
the
only
other
way
thing
to
that
do it.
happened that you
What-
might
what-
not be aware of,
What?
but Biden-Harris team raised $264 million
Thank you.
in
I
the
saw
second
that.
quarter, with 127 of it in June alone.
There you go.
Right.
And here's
Right,
another
there you
reason
go.
to vote for Joe. He already kicked Trump's ass once
Once.
already.
Already?
Yeah,
And with
Scott-
the help,
He's got
he can
practice at
do
it.
it again.
He
Yeah.
will.
He's the only one that's ever beat Trump.
But
Think
he
about
does that
it.
with our support. So every time
Yes.
you see one of these idiots on TV talking about, well, I don't know, maybe we ought to just pull this horse out of the race, tell him kiss my ass. Tell him kiss your ass. That we're behind Biden all the way. We need him back in the White House. We cannot let this country slide to a wannabe dictator. A man that you know is going to do his best to try to destroy this country.
How about we do this? How about we start a campaign this week between Tuesday and Thursday before 3 o'clock Eastern time? You call the White House and you let them know you're riding with Biden.
Right? Let them know.
And I
That's
just
one of those
put the
two for blue
number-
things you can
I
do.
just put the number in the chat.
There you go. Thank you. I see that.
Yeah.
So
I don't-
call
I
and
don't-
let him
Yeah,
know.
comment
You're
line.
not going anywhere.
202-456-1111. Real easy number to remember. 202-456-1111. Call the White House and let them know you're riding with Biden.
Because we need to give the man the confidence he needs
Do
to
something.
keep this thing going. Because now we got people within our own damn party out there talking about this
And
shit.
everybody out there calling for him to step down need to are scared because they're scared of losing their own goddamn
Their
race,
own damn position.
which maybe they
wanna just
should.
Slap the shit out of every one of them. That's
Slap
what I
them
wanna do.
twice, John. Slap them
I'll
once for
slap 'em.
me.
There's two of them right
Thank
there.
you.
Because they need to, either they're in this race to win it, or they're I don't know what their game plan is. Who they think they're going to be able to slide in. I tell you the one thing, don't look for Kamala Harris to go, okay, I'm going to go around Joe Biden's back.
Thank you.
Don't expect
Exactly.
that.
That'd be
That
a
ain't
whole
going to happen.
division thing within our party.
Don't expect Newsom to do it either.
No. Nobody is going
No,
to
he's
just
doing
stab Joe
commercials
Biden
for
in the
Joe
back,
now.
except evidently a few Democrats in the House who I don't know what they think. They're going to get in the news or some shit.
They're looking for publicity.
That's what I think.
And if
That's all
and if
they're
your
looking for. They wanna get their little
congressperson
tooth
is
in the news.
if your congressperson is one of those people that's sitting up here calling for
Let
Biden
them
to
know.
step down, that number is 202-224-3121. Call them and tell them to
Let them know.
shut the fuck up.
Always remember one thing. When you're talking about these congressmen and senators, they work for you. You are their
Thank
constituent. And they don't like it a lot when you use your voice. Now, if you want to send a nice note to your congressman saying you're doing a bang-up job, you will get a response.
Thank you.
If you write to your congressman and say, I think you're doing a stinking job and I think you need to replace if you don't change your ways, guess what? You're going to get a response. You're going to get a response no matter what. So take that time. It's not that difficult. You can look up your congressman's address and just do a handwritten note, type it out on the computer, whatever you want to do.
Switchboard at 202-224-3121. Ask for your congressman by name. They'll hook you up.
There you go.
And let them know. I don't appreciate you going out in public saying you shouldn't vote for my president.
Yeah. Either you're with this party or what? You're going to switch? You're going to go over and vote for Trump? Is that what the deal is? If Biden's still in there, well, then you're not much of a Democrat to begin with, are you? So,
exactly.
There's no choice here. It's either Joe Biden or Donald Trump. That's who's going to be on the ticket.
We can't just sit around complaining all the damn time. We got 4 months until November. We need to get busy.
Nope, wrong one.
Call your Congress people. If they're doing this nonsense, tell them to stop it. If they're not, tell them you support Biden and you'll support him too.
Yeah.
Or her too. And while you're at it, donate $2.
We create the government that we have at any given time. So what we have right now is a direct result of us not, in the House, as I'm talking about, in the House of Representatives. We're not doing enough there, baby. Because this should not be that difficult a problem to take that House back.
To do it. If we want our democracy to survive, get active. Do something. Do two for blue.
Call a friend. Write a letter. Sign a petition. Call your Congress. There you go. Write to your Congress. I can't stress that enough, because the minute you do, you become more involved in the system itself.
Write a letter. Do something. Do something. Just don't sit there and complain, waiting for somebody else to do it. It's our turn, you guys.
It's not somebody else's responsibility. It's our responsibility as citizens.
Our turn.
It's our government. That's what we have to remember. This is our government. It is what we make it.
History is going to judge this moment. This is going to be the one. This
election is going to be the most consequential election in our lifetime, ever.
By far.
And maybe in our whole history of our country, because this will decide. This is as important as the Civil War was. Thinking if the Civil War would have gone the other way, holy shit, what a country that'd be, huh?
Thank you
this
guys.
is the same
Thank
thing.
you guys for all you guys who are posting what you've been doing. The postcards flying out next
I see
week.
that.
Eileen P. Keith Patterson sent $2 to Allred. Very good, because Texas needs it, and the whole country needs Texas. Okay, we appreciate that. We are making history. This
my way. I'm an independent and standing with Biden.
Moment.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Because that's what this is going to take. This is going to take all of us In my language, I keep
Yes,
saying
go
it.
to
Nobody stays in the
Retriever.
bunker,
I
baby.
sent messages
Nobody
to
goes to the beach,
Stephanopoulos
out for a picnic,
on
goes to the mall.
Facebook,
You get your ass in that
chewing
line
him
and you
out for
vote.
badgering Joe Biden's health. Good for you. Good for you, Golden Retriever,
The only
Retriever 19. Because Stephanopoulos, mainstream media is on Biden's case. They're getting paid by the other side, y'all.
Yeah, damn right. They're getting paid.
Let's see, David.
A
Welcome to the
lot of
room.
money.
Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
hi-
I had something I was wanting to add that is relative to this the conversation that y'all are having, where being disappointed in seeing some
Thank you, Jake.
naysayers from the Democrat side that are people who are speaking up for trying to have Joe Biden step down, and my disappointment in things like the Young Turks, how their take on lately.
I
Yeah,
haven't been able to
I
tune
stopped
in.
watching them a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them much.
The guy from the Young Turks started to run for president. That Chink guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yankees.
Really?
Right,
I
but
quit
you know,
watching them before
No,
he did.
How'd that work out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't seen any signs out in the
He's
yards for
full of
him. Just
himself
wondering.
is what he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Thought
But
he
by
stood
the
a
way,
there's
chance?
still good information there, and we just got to look past the personalities and get down to the core of the information. They do got a lot of stuff that they're talking about in a little bit different, nuanced way. If you can get past the personalities, that of course I can't
Squirrely
get
pepper
over
life.
that.
I can identify. Look,
they're
let the dogs
progressives
out.
over there, and we get that. And we're progressives over here.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
this
And
time around, this ain't about being just progressive.
Nope.
This is
When people
about
ask
No.
saving our
I'm an American.
country.
I'm
We're
a
Americans,
progressive,
and
Thank you.
but I'm
all
a realist.
Americans.
You know, I told everybody
you.
in the primaries back when Trump was running, I was voting for Bernie Sanders in the primary.
Hey, Bernie girl,
Not yeah
Bernie,
when
Bernie,
yeah, but when
Bernie for
Biden
Bernie.
became the nominee, baby, I'm locked in. I'm with
Yep.
my party
Yeah.
because my party is going to determine which way this country is going to go, and I can see where the other party's going because they've already sold out everything they ever had to support
Yeah.
They wrote
this
a
man.
book.
They have no integrity, no truth, no justice, no American way or nothing. They got bumper stickers and that's it. They got a lying ass sack of shit candidate, and what can you do? You know, except make a lying sack of piece of shit out of yourself to support him. And that's what the Republican
Exactly.
Party has done. But I've also pointed out, I'm not talking about conservatives. Conservatives have left the Republican Party. They don't want anything to do with Trump. A lot of conservative Republicans have left that. They're either going independent or they've gone full Democrat. But they're not buying
Yeah.
into this Trump shit. So if he can't
Yeah.
capture all of his own party, this is this is all entertainment. I think Biden's going to win hands down, and Trump's going
I
to
do
say,
too.
"Oh, everything was cheated, and we're going to go through this whole freaking thing again." Is what
Yeah,
I
Yep.
think is going to
Certainly
happen.
can lodge against that right
He's
now.
already droning on.
Yeah.
This is his game book. He's been doing it since 2016. Aren't we familiar with it yet?
We are very familiar,
Yes.
so you can see the handwriting on the wall. No
Look.
matter what the
Look.
election results are, he is not going
Judge
to accept
Ludick.
them.
Judge Ludick, we're talking about one of the most conservative Republicans
Yes,
that has ever
I have
sat on
seen
the
him.
federal bench, is pissed the fuck off about the Supreme Court decision
Yes.
on immunity. He
Because
is
it flies in the
pissed.
face of everybody with any common sense.
Yeah.
It flies in the face of the Constitution, which anybody who has taken an oath to that Constitution,
No,
and
no.
I'm talking about all my military brothers and sisters, I'm
No,
talking
no.
about all of the upper echelon in the federal government, our Congress people, and all the rest of them, the president, anybody who's taken an oath to that Constitution.
Yeah.
To uphold
And
its
a conservative
laws
just like Judge Ludic can recognize that.
should be
That's a
pissed.
conservative, not a maggot.
He was on.
There's a big difference. And
And
Louis
guess who
Russo, I
he
want to
ain't
call
voting
this out.
for?
Louis Russo came back in with $5, said, "I am riding with Biden till the end. Just worried for him. Legitimate question. Sorry to piss anybody off." I don't think you pissed anybody off, Lewis. What I think you did is stimulate conversation. That's what you did, and that's always welcome at this table, baby. Always, and you've been around long enough to know that. So yeah, no, I'm going to stick with Biden all the way. Like I said, if tomorrow Joe Biden were to come out and say, "Well, I'm going to step down," Kamala Harris is going to step up, baby, I'm on the bandwagon. Let's go. But until he does that, I'm on his riding with him all the way, because I know he can do the job. If there's any worry about him, then Kamala Harris is standing right there, and I have every bit of confidence in the world. Yes.
More done.
That's what I'm saying. I got a list over here to remind me. The infrastructure bill, everything. The construction projects going all across this country right now. That's Joe Biden put those people to work.
Yeah, as the Republicans try to take credit for it.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Oh yeah. Look at all the whatever. You voted against it.
No.
All you have to do is look at his own people. Donald Trump's his own cabinet. The people that serve for him are not supporting him. Everybody from his vice president right on down the line.
I mean,
nobody that served with him is supporting him.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Pence is very heavily involved in the Heritage Foundation, as well as a bunch of the former cabinet members. And if there's some shit going on, I'm back on my tablet.
Mike Pence will. I should tell you something then.
But man, there are some shady characters behind that organization that are all linked back to the good old days of Newt and the boys back.
Hey, the good old days of beat your wife, because she dated it or some shit like that.
No,
I don't know where else they want to go. They want to go backwards all the way to the man rules the house and all that. They have a fantasy dream. I don't know what that is.
Captain Caveman.
I relate it to the Handmaid's Tale. That's what they want. And I didn't see that whole movie. I just saw bits and pieces of it my wife was watching. And, I was busy always. But I caught little bits and pieces of it, know where it goes.
I'll give you a summary of the movie. I'll give you about a 5-minute little summary, and it'll read it to you. And, this shit's real, guys. And we got to bring a friend. Okay, I'm all about flipping people however it is. I know they don't want to be flipped sometimes. I know it's a pain in the ass, but one of them, just one person, is going to make such a difference.
And that person could be you.
And they do one. That's 1 million people. Okay, in less than 7 weeks. If you do 2 people, that's 1 million people. If you do 2 and they do 2 all the way down the road, right? That's 1 million people in less than a week and a half. Okay,
that's a lot of votes.
We got to do it. 15 million at least. We got to 15 million. Straight up for it to be legit.
As with any election, it's all in our hands. This is in the American people's hands. So we have to make sure that we are the responsible party in this, that we guide this nation in the direction it needs to go. Because you put it in that man's hand, he's going to turn this thing in a new direction, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah.
None of us going to like it. But
focus on those young voters. Get them out there. Get them registered.
Yeah. Make sure if there's
15-year-old. Come on.
I've said this in the past too. Anyone
get out of here.
Anybody in the...
I got some wind coming in. I got to get the sail back hooked up right.
All right, Uncle Fatty.
Hey, right on.
Well, take care of yourself, brother. Thank you for coming in.
All right.
Go set your sail, buddy.
High fives around, brother. Pass those
all
high
right.
fives all the way.
Take care, bud.
Take care.
And I'm just there's nobody in Minneapolis that can say they didn't have a way to go vote, because I'll go pick anybody up and I'll give them a ride to the polls.
There you go.
Anyone that wants a ride that says they can't make it, I'll get you there.
There you go. And I think that's going around the country a lot, because during the election there are services here in Corpus that we see that same advertisement. A ride to the poll is free. If you haven't got a way, there are people probably around wherever you live that are going to be volunteering their time to take people to the polls, because we all know how important this is. So, and thank you, Adam, for doing that, buddy.
You bet, man. Anyone that needs a ride. I mean, my days are fairly free, so I mean, boom. You need a ride? I got you.
You got you. Outstanding. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we
Adam.
might even have a B&B celebration afterwards. Who knows?
We will indeed, my friend. Sooner or later, we're going to get to that. I guess we ought to
Yeah.
wrap it up the evening. Adam, I always appreciate it when you come in, brother. I always appreciate
Hey,
your
thanks as
upbeat
much, John. I'm
attitude.
glad that glad the storm missed you. I wish he
I am
did get a
too.
little bit of rain though. You know, it cut the dust
I'm
down.
hoping for a little bit of rain at least, you know, and then cut
Yeah.
all this grass down. It could just, you know, the dust is up. Shit. I could use a little rain.
Yeah.
But
You
it was a
bet.
beautiful day when I walked in here. I'm assuming it is. I can't see anything when I'm in here. There's no windows in
Yeah.
here. So, but anyway,
All right,
Adam,
man.
thank
Well,
you for
guys-
coming in, brother.
Yeah, you bet. You guys all take care now. Just the blue
Later,
wave
Adam.
is riding its up.
It's building its momentum, baby.
You bet.
Anyway, David, appreciate you coming in, brother. Thank you for coming in and loaning your voice to the conversation.
As long as I'm not talking over someone, that's all.
Yeah. Well, it's like any table. There's going to be some overlap every once in a while. We just try to ride it through. But anyway, brother, thanks for coming in. And Joe,
Yes, sir.
all that for nothing. Ain't it good?
Well, it's not really for nothing because it's
No, it's not for
cleaner
nothing.
and-
I got a lot done. Yeah, just like you got to get everything picked up that's going to get blown away. Got to clean up all the things that you've been putting off forever.
Oh,
all
yeah.
got done.
I'm gonna take a
That's-
picture of my
Yeah.
project.
There you go.
I'll send you a picture.
Outstanding. Yeah, let me know. I'm glad you
I
and
will.
Randy got together.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
a big surprise. He called me up and he invited me to go eat, but man, I was so sweaty
Already.
and I was still trying to get everything done.
He's a great guy.
But,
Randy's a great guy.
Yeah, he'll be here probably till tomorrow.
Ah.
He's
Did he
down-
move
he's
his
down the
did he
street.
move his trailer or?
Yeah, he moved his trailer down the street
Okay.
from me up there
Okay.
by Audi. Up there by
I'm glad
Howdy.
to hear that. I'm glad. I talked to him yesterday and he said, "No, I don't know." And I was thinking, man.
Well, it
I
was
don't know.
close. It was close.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Better
Don't wanna
safe than
take chances,
sorry.
though. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Joe, thank you very much.
Hey.
Tell Maria I give my best.
I sure will as soon as I wake her up.
There you go. Don't do that. Let her sleep. All right, Joe. Yeah, there you go.
See you later. Bye,
Anyway,
Bernadette.
buddy, take
Bye,
care of
Joe.
yourself.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
And tell Randy to stop smelling your pits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew.
Well, he made me. Since I opened it
I
up,
think
took
everybody
away-
wants to smell Joe's pits.
I do too. Shoot, man.
Joe's pits just attract people. The smell just attracts them anyway.
Yes, buddy. I want to smell Joe's pit, okay?
Anyway, Joe, thank you very much. And Miss Chick,
Alrighty.
Yes, John.
you got anybody you want to call out tonight?
Oh, I think so.
Well, who?
Well, we have Walter Cloud from Ohio, David, I think it's Doomler from Michigan, Jen DeRosa from Illinois, Juan Guardian from Texas, Clyde J. Hughes from North Dakota,
North
and
Dakota.
Keith Pennington from Pennsylvania.
Outstanding.
They all shared this shit.
They
on
all
Facebook.
shared this shit. We appreciate them sharing this shit.
And you
Keep
can
sharing
all
this
share
shit.
this shit. Yep.
Every one of you.
You can
There's a
like,
button
share, and
right down
subscribe.
there.
There's three things.
Share
three
the
things
shit.
you can do.
Think somebody you need hearing this shit? Share that shit to them.
Mhm.
It might stimulate conversation. You never know.
And you might be able to smell Joe's pits too.
That's right.
Yes.
We're
yes,
all wanting to
and
get
like
together and
going
smell
around
Joe's
smelling
pits.
pits.
We're going to have a party.
Absolutely.
Joe and I have already
There's
talked to
a
you at the
party.
proper time. And, you know, if we get, I don't know how many people we could get to Lake Corpus Christi down here at the state park over here. We got a lot of blue dots in the local area. Just thinking about getting together and just throw a brisket on, baby. Let's get together and have a time. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you very much. Anything else you want to add in?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
No.
we appreciate all those people sharing that shit. And I
Okay.
appreciate everything you do every time we come live. You've always brought
Yeah,
something
you're
to
welcome,
the table, baby. I appreciate it tremendously. And
I
James
appreciate
Price
you
wants to
letting
come
me
down there and
you.
smell Joe's pits. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Family, baby. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bernie.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Bernie.
Yes.
How's our little
I
blue dot
wanna-
doing, by the way? How's Dominic?
We're all just trying to be still so we could be cooler. Because if you move, you generate heat. So don't
Yeah.
move.
Well, I hope it gets a little
Yeah.
cooler for you all up there. Shit.
Me too. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, we had a nice spring going on, and then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, it's spring. Yeah, that's over. For real.
I
So,
just need a little relief.
Yeah, right.
What?
It's so hot that the water in the water line is hot. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
When you don't have to
Just
turn
like
on the
that.
hot water, just turn on the water and it's hot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's too
yeah.
hot.
We're turning into vampires. We long for night around here.
Well, just stay hydrated, as they say.
Yes, absolutely. Got the sweet
Do they
tea
count
on
wine as
ice,
hydrating?
Okay.
Hey, do they
Yeah,
count wine
well,
as hydrating?
I take my sweet tea.
A friend is asking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hydrating.
Right.
All right,
right.
Bernie. Well, I appreciate it,
I
baby.
just want to remind all the blue dots out there, thank you for coming in. Hit that like button on the way out the door. Thanks for coming to the meeting tonight. And don't forget to check your registration so you can vote in your
Make
area legitimately. Because
Make sure you're
they're
ready
working
for
on
this
it,
shit
y'all.
because they're trying
Okay.
to cut the number of people who can. And before we
Voted.
go out the
Coming
door,
to an area near you soon.
that's true.
Yes. And yeah, running around naked is my time of the year. Only I have a couple of men in the house, so I can only just, then the whole naked part.
Okay.
I'm there, man.
You're there. All right. Well, before we go out the door, I want to thank Keith Thompson. That Marine came in with $5. Said, Minneapolis, come rain, sleet, or snow, I will walk my wheelchair ass to my polling station. And there you go, baby. Should be motivation for all of us. Get your ass up. Get ready to go vote, baby.
Hey.
I got you covered, Keith.
I suggest you roll.
There you go. There you
roll
go.
down there.
I got you covered, Keith.
All right. Well, I love everybody. Thank you all for coming in tonight. I enjoy it. Those names going by right there that you see are the ones that support us every month on our Patreon. $1 a month or more, you can get your name up in there. We appreciate that support. And those who came in a la carte tonight, that's how we keep this thing going. And we appreciate it tremendously.
Make it happen. Thank you, guys.
Anyway, we will be back here again Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, do your best. Do that too for Blue. Talk to somebody. Call your congressman. Leave that message.
Yeah.
Telling him either A, he better get off his ass, or B, he's doing a great job. It's up to you how your congressman is doing. Anyway, until then, that's it. Your voice is the most important one in the selection. Always
Stay strong.
that.
Stay the course.
That's it. That's it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we have one more crystal ball.
I saw it. How about that shit? I saw it at the same time. How did that work?
I don't know.
Because I did. I saw it come up here. And let me see. Oh, is that the one that controls that? It is from Maud Day. It's going to pop up here any minute, any second, I hope. Maud Day came in with a $20 donation and said, support all Blue Dots. Hugs and kisses right back at you, darling. Thank you very much for that, Maud. It should come up there.
Thank you.
Come on, say something. Pop.
And be careful where you get your news. Be careful
where you get your news.
Yeah.
And take all of it with wrong mouse. With a grain of salt. If you read something that you think is odd, check it out with a different source. You know, there's
and if they're repeating
and again,
the
I'll pump out Midas Touch all the day long. They seem to stay on top of shit. They seem to know it before anybody else knows it. So,
but the rest of them, if they're repeating that same catchphrase all across, just ignore it.
Just ignore that shit. And there's Maud's thing came out just there, so we appreciate that, Maud.
All right.
Yeah.
Say good night, John.
Say good night. Say good night,
Say
John.
good night, John.
Good night, John. All right. We better wrap it up. I love you all for being here. Again, best thing you can do tomorrow is put a smile on your face, pass that shit around. Somebody else needs it. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you.